about my subconscious demons in dreams. Dreaming. Facing the new day with heavy eyes. Waking from a load of dreams. Stories pressing on my eyelids. A ghost-like subconscious tells create fragments of the real, improvising new happenings in color. Tormenting details building their own theatrical stages, mirroring familiarity. The dead is alive in my movies. I am forced to interact deeper and deeper as the sleep is shaken. Early sun rays surrounding with unseen clocks pointing hours of now. Light framing windows, the hidden self. The door is temporarily shut, leaving the unforgiving memory behind in a vanishing slit of logic.
Floyd's murder and cultural
I can
personal
hardly hear you,
response.
sorry.
Okay, sorry. This is a response to the public reaction to Floyd's murder and the cultural personal response. Release. Release tight grip, hold. Responding. Feelings growing like thick roots. In my neck, running out of space. In my head. Release, responding, like a clock ticking. The illusion of orchestrating the outside of my skin. How to speak, persist, staying tall, or simply being for justified rights, without dissolving within the cause.
Smoke Signals by Nilly Gill. Smoke signals. Vivid dreams I cannot draw or paint. Television visuals, radio words hitting hard like sharp icicles. Sounds of masked crowds closing in, calling for justice, painfully, defining murder first degree, guilty for in uniforms. It takes so much to truly revolt. Between the flames, burning emotions send smoke signals close to all homes in different languages and skin colors. A human virus with real faces, trying, breaking the unbreakable hug chain of holding one another. Imagine innocence flexible but tough as steel. Imagine waves old and new wrapping us all momentarily to take another breath and swim away. It's a new day to imagine clearing my eyes, the pain in my chest, the art of human survival from caves to now. A new form may be reborn out of the debris, the cooling ashes.
Was in fear. In the midst of fear grows a flower. My window framed heavy cloud hovering over a tunnel of brilliant colors spilling across the blinding sun, dimming my fear, combating inside its ambushed brain, surrounded by hypnotic sweet-scented, fleshy green leaves from exotic lands. Soldiers of the night winning, outlined shadows whispering, "We are here with you all night long."
Sorry about that. Okay, so pandemic mystery. Is this world's pandemic attaching itself to a dream state? As I wake up from disturbing familiar and unfamiliar visuals, I dreamt I tried picking up a tiny baby needing care. In the next vision, I saw it dissected. My subconscious wondering about repair. Then a vision of both my parents walking forward appeared. Are these buried mirrors of self, time distorted their reflections as an old circus? Is our present medical legal requirement of being apart recreating, editing our interpretation of the real? Past and present mingle. All is one history, nothing discarded. Yet as we say, we are, in the unknown, unfamiliar, unprotected, new exploration and waiting. Can I rearrange, erase, and recreate newer visuals in my dream state? So far, no psychological tools worked. Perhaps it is like the little girl watching me behind the screen door, rather than face to face the other day. What would Einstein say?
Year my daughter Iris died.
Wait, I couldn't hardly hear that, what you said.
Oh, speak up. Angst. Larva of anger spinning. Imaginary brushstrokes caressing contained angst. Invisible thorns, conniving questions, removing layers, all under the deadly mask of kindness. If it's all about love, where is this invisible force? A dream, a word, a torch in the black sky, a story inside the picture, the classic lighthouse showing the way. I loved escaping on that route as a child. Remembering gazing at a beautiful kitsch, green trees hugging a road going nowhere, somewhere, roundabout. Red Riding Hood braving her little self. She appeared in my poem some years ago when a man was hiding in wolf clothing, kept replaying her story, spinning her red hood round and round, playing fear, playing brave, playing the classic adventure in different stories, different years and other places. Perhaps she's back, or maybe never left. Perhaps she crossed the forest all by herself. The night has thickened. Its weight is pressing against my temples, shutting this day until the morning. The larva has ceased spinning, its cold foam settling. Time to lay the pen down. Shut the light. Shut the light.
Thank you. Unplanned forest of hours. Searching myself, marking lines, tips of colors. Unplanned forest of hours. Damp weeds, damp steps. Yielding soft soil. Tunnels of gophers deep under my shoes. Familiar bike rider calling my name. Are you still here? Replying, yes, I'm still here. Thinking silently, I'm rooted here, as deep as the rose. Long ago, her name was Fragrant Cloud. Night is descending. Last sunset viewer vanishes with a green flash. The hurt and loss still gathering like shadows. A bitter aftertaste. Imagine brushing it with my walnut broom. My mental yard, temporarily swept. Retreating indoors once again. It's another day. Shortly after arriving to Johannesburg, South Africa, with my 9-month daughter Iris and her dad, here is my startled early response to apartheid. 1971, that long ago. Johannesburg, city of gold. In the dawn they come, cursed for camouflaging with brown earth, cursed for reminding humanity of its ancestors. In the dawn come they, hunched with colored blankets, hard soles on hard asphalt. The day will count its pennies. Hard fists would wound the earth to bleed gold. Its sparkle hurts the hungry eyes. At sunset, when roofs bathe in dim red, they leave, loading old trains with unanswered questions, with colored blankets and faces. I usually do it separately, but there are times that it merges, it emerges into my mind as far as, I mean, it's a different kind of composition, I guess, the space, it's a different space. With the painting, it's like you really, the visual space and is more dominant at that time. And so but I did have shows that I had a poem. When I was doing a lot of exhibitions. I was with R.B. Stevenson for 8 years, and I did installations with mirrors. And I remember I found a poem that I wrote a long time ago, which had mirrors in it. So it was just printed in font. So I had it once or twice in shows, and also with the fig, the one that what's it called?
Don't Shut Up show.
No,
Not
no.
that.
There was
Women in
another
Poetry
one
one?
that we were crossing. It's like crossing Tijuana or something. We did the board.
Yeah,
Border.
the fence.
La Barda.
Mhm.
So my poem was all over the walls there, and so instead of painting,
Mhm.
and so that was very interesting too. But I don't know if I'm answering the right.
Yeah. I have a question for you
Go
about
ahead.
dreaming. I've noticed
So
about dreams.
oh yeah,
Yeah, I'm a really big, strong dreamer,
Oh, me
so
too.
it influences my art tremendously, and sometimes poems come that way too. So, do you sometimes get fragments of paintings or poems in your dreams, or?
No, not
No?
really.
Okay.
I dream a lot, and they
Yeah.
are visual, but I think when I write about dreams, it's like more as a word of the subject probably, but not necessarily about the. Sometimes it could be that I forget. I have to look at my poems again. Sometimes it could be. I feel like I'm so layered with. Sometimes I feel like I'm layered with different cultures inside of me, like with Garcia Lorca. You know, it's. I didn't know. I don't know if I told you that, but Minnie was telling me that. Maybe I did say that at 5 in the afternoon it's the time that they have the bullfights in Spain, and so it's always about death or life. Somebody dies, and so that's why it's such a strong sentence. And when I read it in Hebrew, I had no idea about bullfight, but it just hit me. Something about the repetition. I've never read a repetition like that before. The rhythm of it, and I think that really got me a long time.